Oh, this is gonna be really different. I'm actually standing up, and you guys are gonna watch the PC build. By the way, so what we're doing today is I'm gonna watch the infamous Verg build, Verg PC build. I hope I can find the original one. Oh, please tell me they didn't get rid of it. Well, I gotta look for this real quick. It might be this one. Hello. It is one of the worst PC builds. And is this the one? Please let this one go on. Have the original one, because I don't want to have people. Oh my god, is this the original one? Yep, re-uploaded. Okay, I found it. Presented by So this is how old? I think 7 years ago. Somebody. Oh, you guys, on the Verge VERGE, got a sponsorship to build a PC. Now this guy has a whole PC set all in boxes. Mine are scraps around my room right now. So I want to show you a good build and their build. Now I know he came out a while back saying that, all these trolls out here making fun of him and doing that stuff. No, they're not trying to cancel you. They're just telling you you're stupid. So I have my gameplay, which is going to show the video. I'm going to make it full screen. And then I have a hand cam that I'm going to switch to back and forth. So this is what my PC looks like. Hold on. There's my hands. So this is my PC. This is just the case. There is a motherboard in there. I probably should take it out to show you a certain part of it. But I'm not, because that's annoying. But yeah, so we're going to be giving this PC to my editor. Well, our editor. I probably need to move it down. Hold on. We're going to try to tilt this down real time. Zoom in. We can zoom in. Can I tilt it? I can. Wrong way. Okay, I guess that's the best. I have a camera. I have my phone right here for my VTuber. So ta-da! So, bam. Everything's connected. Okay. So we're gonna watch this. Let me get my headphones on, and we're gonna build. I'm gonna tell you where he goes wrong. Basically. So if you haven't seen this, this is a fun video. I've done a face reveal a long time ago. Not anytime soon, though. But here we go. So the Verg, the title of it, it's about 11 minutes. So we're going to go through this and we're going to build at the same time. Now, I've built, to show my credentials, I built about 14 different PCs from scratch. Well, no, 13 PCs from scratch. I built my first PC. I built my wife's 2 PCs. I built my secondary PC, and then my streaming PC, and then my secondary streaming PC. I built both my son's PCs, so that's 8. I rebuilt Tiny Bravo's PC from I upgraded like twice. Same with his wife's PC. And then I helped build a buddy's PC over Discord. While he was we were both on there and trying to figure it out. And now I'm building another one for my editor. So let's start here. 11 minutes. So I gotta also edit this down so I won't get copyrighted. I don't think it will, because the original video is not in it, on anymore. So we'll see. Here we go.
So a few years ago, TC, our managing editor, built a gaming desktop, but it's kind of out of date and it's definitely not going to hold up for Battlefield 5. So let's build a new one.
Yeah. So he wants to get Battlefield 5. The PC I have, I'm actually building right now, is almost identical to my son's PC, and he can play high-end games very easily.
You can build a gaming desktop for around $1,000, but I want to go all out, so I spent around $2,000. PC like this.
Okay, so my PC's $2,000, and I can play. We'll say what the newest game is. One game that's not optimized is Marvel Rivals. My God, and I can play that with no lag. So I think, let me see, my graphics card's about $800. My CPU, oh no, I upgraded to Intel. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to be over $2,000, my gaming PC. My streaming PC is about $1,500. And then this PC, the CPU we have is about $250. The graphics card's about $300, so less than $1,000 for what we're going to get him. I mean, the motherboard itself is about $100.
This is going to be able to play most games at ultra settings. So, what
I'm going to take a drink real quick.
Well, of course, first,
We got to get ready for this.
preferably not metal. If it's going to be metal, have an anti-static working surface layered on top of it, a thermal paste applicator.
Okay, here we go. I have a wooden table. He has a plastic table. That is not a wooden table. That is a table that has a sheen on top. That will definitely... Femboy Oreo, welcome to the stream. That it can definitely do it. I love it the way he just slides it across. Why do you have this, my dude? People on Vertical, it is a Swiss Army knife. I'm going to lay down what I have for my build. I'm also going to move my camera real quick. Be right back. Okay. So now I can move the PC up a little higher. There we go. So let's see what he has and what I have. I'm missing something. Give me a second. Okay, here we go.
An Allen wrench.
Okay. Switch over real quick. There we go, right in the middle. So now everyone can see. Razer. I love Razer. Okay, so he said a thermal paste applicator. I've never used that. I just squished it on there. An Allen wrench. Let me show you what an Allen wrench is, my guys. I have a whole thing of Allen wrenches that I've gotten from IKEA, the couch we bought, the bed frame we bought. I have so many of these. I have never touched one of these when I was building a PC. And I'm still not going to. God. That already got me mad. I'm already mad. Okay. Himari. I hope I said your name right. Thank you for popping in. Okay. I'm sorry. You guys are gonna have to see that. Hold on. Let's back up that. Let's whoop, too far.
Some tweezers to tighten up the wires.
Again.
An Allen wrench. Some tweezers to tighten up the wires.
Tweezers. I don't use tweezers. I use please hold on, I got one that actually works. He's thinking of zip ties, by the way. It's great editing. I mean, they could have just like overlaid his voice on that and just had him say, you know, zip ties. I use little Velcro pieces. These work a lot better. You don't have to break it. And it goes around all the cables. So I don't know why he said tweezers. I don't know why they didn't edit tweezers out. I don't know why they didn't overlay his voice. Okay, here we go.
A Swiss Army knife, which hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver in it.
Hopefully has a Phillips head screwdriver. Okay. I have an incredibly long Phillips head screwdriver. This will reach anything you need it to be. Hello, Meltdown. How's it going? I don't know why you would need a Swiss Army knife that hopefully has a Phillips head. Just get a Phillips head. Okay, I got this one when I got my master cooling fan. It's a I can cuss at least once. A big old bitch. And the only way to get into the screws is having this one. And I've used this on every single build I've had. Has more aura. It's a chode. It is. I don't know how, wherever you need a screw, I don't think there's physically a way, because I know most Swiss Army knives, when they are coming out, they're coming out sideways, not long ways. Okay.
And last but not least, an anti-static brake.
Okay. An anti-static bracelets are good. I don't use them myself because I just don't rub against everything that's gonna electrify me. I do it, with my feet. My feet is out. No socks on, nothing like that. I'm on what is this floor? Tile floor. So yeah. Also, an anti-electrical bracelet. It looks like that is a rubber bracelet, but it's also connected to a metal thing to make sure that it doesn't gain any static. That is just a what would Jesus do bracelet.
Which is to protect you and the parts. These are the parts.
Are you gonna get shocked? All my days, I have never been shocked by my PC. I've seen sparks, but I've never been shocked.
You're gonna need. But more importantly, before we get there, we need to understand what these parts are doing and how they interact with one another. To better understand the parts that make up a desktop, let's try to understand them individually. The processor
individually,
brain,
sorry,
the base of calculations that control everything the computer does.
Yes.
The motherboard is like the foundation, serving as a main structure for all other parts to be added to. It also allows the other parts.
I just realized I don't have a power supply on this. I'm gonna have to go to the other one.
Parts to communicate with one another, which also makes it kind of like a
no
nervous
ball.
system. Graphics cards are responsible for rendering and processing visuals into what you see on screen. Our PC's power supply is of course channeling electricity, in that it adjusts and provides the right amount of energy to keep it running. Last but not least, RAM, or random access memory, and your hard drive are good examples of short-term and long-term memory.
Now, we're not putting a hard drive in this one because we don't have any extras and he's going to have to buy his own, but he is getting everything else in this build.
Respectively. If you want to better understand what kind of computer to build, then first figure out what you want to use it for. A gamer might care more about a graphics card than, say, a video editor who might want extra RAM to assist with editing large files. If you're building...
Okay, so right there. He's going to be editing. He's also going to be playing games, but mainly editing. He is going to be getting 36 gigs of RAM.
Building a budget build for video streaming, say under $1,000, you want to focus on parts like a Core i5 or Core i3 processor that require less energy. They'll be less powerful, but then you'll be able to scale back the cost of several other parts. And if you need help choosing the right parts for your build, there are sites like PCPartPicker.com that help show presets for which parts.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie, PC Part Picker is a great way of knowing exactly what components will combine. Back in the day, when I did my first build, I didn't do that. So my graphics card didn't work with my CPU, neither did it work with my motherboard. So I had problems with that.
Fit together, which sort of part conflicts you might have, and where to find deals on new parts. We have a lot of boxes and a lot of PC parts, so it's best you unbox them, isolate the parts that you really need.
All my stuff is behind me in another PC, in a box, and on my desk right now. So I got everything good.
Place items into the case and make sure that they all fit, and then start working. And now we're really going to start building by adding the motherboard in. Some notes about installing motherboards: they're really delicate, you should be really careful.
Not true. Okay. I've seen a video of a guy fold a motherboard in half and had to basically get it to touch each other just to snap it. Now, yes, don't just willy-nilly slam it all in there, but they are not flimsy, or they're not fragile, as he's saying.
With them. And screw in with confidence, but also don't screw in too hard, otherwise you could crack the board.
True. It stops when you're screwed in. Who's going to screw this thing in until it touches the earth?
I chose Asus's Z370
Asus
motherboard for two main reasons. One, it has built-in
Asus.
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and also it has support for NVMe.
Okay, now, as you can see right here, he is putting the motherboard in first. Yes, I know my motherboard is in my case. That's because I don't take it out. That plastic right there, right here, this plastic, what you do is you get the motherboard box, you lay it down, you put the plastic on top of the box, and then you put everything you can, RAM, CPU, graphics card, everything that can be put in on the motherboard right away. 1, you'll know it fits. 2, you can then slowly insert it and you don't have to have the brace of the case in the way. I've done that multiple times, I will say that. Now I know how to build it, but I'm doing the opposite way here.
SSDs, meaning you can get really fast SSDs that are really easy to install. Pay close attention to the brace that goes at the...
That's not a brace. That is for the cables. I don't know why he said brace. There's a lot of editing that needs to be done here. They got sponsored, by the way.
back of the computer. You always have to make sure that you really hammer it in, because there's
Don't hammer it in. Also, be very careful. These slits are a thin metal. I've been cut before.
no screw. It really just has to go outside of the
Welcome, Slater.
case and clasp onto the frame.
Do what? Hold on. What did you say?
Because there's no screw, it really just has to go outside of the case and clasp onto the frame.
Clasp? It just inserts into the hole. You just line them up and push.
And this is very important because otherwise you can't align the motherboard correctly with the holes. We're just going to start installing all 8 screws.
Hold up. I think there's more than 8, but let's see. Let's count on mine. Okay, let me get my little pointer. Pointer. We got 1 up here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6, but sometimes there's 2 in the middle. Now, I don't think I have all mine screwed. I don't have a screw here. I do have a screw over there, so I have 5 screws in mine. Now, as I was saying before, you can push down on this. It does not bend. It bends right here because there's not a screw in there, but that's fine. But everything looks pretty good. Name Skylar? Oh, not Slater. It says Slater in your name, but I'll call you Skylar, or call me Sky. I'll call you Sky. I'll back this up real quick. Okay, my head can go up there without seeing it. It is dusty. I will say that. I am going to spray this down, but I'm actually missing 4 screws. So I have 2 up top. I'm missing that one. I'm missing this one down here. So I got 2 up here. I'm missing this one. I'm missing this one. I'm missing this one. So I have 4 screws in this thing. And it still works, mind you. I'm also missing the plate in the back. Mind you, I'm building from scraps. Not bad scraps. These are good scraps. This is going to be a good PC. Let's continue. Not Slayer, Sky. Who? Why is Slayer? I don't understand. Here we go. Continue.
So next,
Is that censored? That looks like
we're
it's
install the
censored.
RAM on the motherboard. I chose
Guy.
Corsair's 16GB Vengeance LED.
Hold on. How much? What was that again?
I chose Corsair's 16GB Vengeance LED RAM.
Okay. So you got 2 sticks. I have 4 sticks. Let me remind. Okay. So I have 2 sticks. I have 2 separate sticks, but they have the exact same timing, so it works out fine.
For 2 main reasons. 1, it has LEDs, and we do like...
Okay, as somebody said, LEDs mean nothing. All it is some color. Rainbow keyboard, Millie wants. Oh yeah, yeah, you can see my keyboard. Forgot about that. But yeah, so our LEDs do nothing but shine. Now my PC, I do have a little bit of LEDs, but I don't like have the massive amount I could have. I have one that's is LED and the other one is not. They both have the same timing. They're both 8 gigs. Now, what is your clock speed?
like lights in our gaming desktops. Secondly, it's pretty fast RAM. It's 2,660.
Oh, hold up. Hold on. What do you 2,000?
It's pretty fast RAM. It's 2,666 megahertz, I believe.
2,666. What kind of a timing is that? Mine's 3,000 and 3,200. So mine's faster than yours. This PC, I think, is like 8 years old that I'm building. I'm gonna force. You're gonna force bananas. Oh, you can't have banana milk then.
It's 2,666 megahertz, I believe. So
I don't think that sounds right. It's 2,666. Why? Is the chat delayed again? Oh yes, probably. I'm trying not to make it. Hold on. Maybe. I'm gonna say something. We're gonna say it here. Hold on. I just said hi. So we're gonna see how long that takes. Son, I love bananas. Shouldn't be that delayed. Let me see. The daughter. Oh no, mine's showing pretty well. If you need to, always refresh the stream. Okay, here we go. So my RAM's faster. Let's see how he puts it in.
So it's pretty fast, and this motherboard supports that speed, which is most important. Open the slots first, and just aligning the
Correct, good sir. You open all the slots. Where are you gonna put them?
stick with the middle of the strip, not with the end, and just lining that up with
Hold up. Can I make this? Oh, I can't. Oh, it's only 20. No, it's 720.
logo. So
No.
just lining that up with the logo.
That's backwards. He's putting in the RAM backwards.
So once you hear that solid clasp and you don't see the
He likes the word clasp, doesn't he? I think this is the third time he's used clasp. It is a click.
gold connectors on the side anymore, that's when you know the RAM.
Oh, wait, hold on. Why are you way over here? He's on the 4th RAM rail. Hold on. Okay. Here's my RAM. This is where I put my RAM. Right here is where the power supply goes. This is where he's putting it on the 4th one. You want to go 1 and 3. You want to go skip. I don't know why exactly, but that's what all the PC builders tell me. You always want to skip one. He's putting it on the 4th one. That means he would have to put the next one on the 2nd rail. Ooh, what are you doing there? Ooh, what is that? Hold on. I gotta move real quick for the verticals. I'm gonna look up. That is that? It's hard to tell because it's not 1080, but I can't tell if that is 2 and 3 or 4 and 3. Why are they next to each other? That's not right.
The hard drive, or in this case, the NVMe SSD. I chose this format of solid-state drive.
No, show me that rail. Show me that RAM.
Without having to
Show me that RAM up
extra
top.
wires or putting it in a separate part of the case and just getting really messy. This is from Kingston, and it's 480 gigabytes, so it's not.
Okay,
a lot,
he's
but you can always
installing it.
upgrade this and swap it
Wait.
out, and it's
Okay, hopefully you fixed that.
only held down by one screw and the latch.
Okay,
it's
he did do
really
it right.
simple and really straightforward. Speed for
That's not right.
gaming is important when it comes to a hard drive. You want files to write quickly, and you want games to
Okay,
load
okay. So he does have it in 3 and 4 right there, because that's 1, that's 2. He has it in 3 and 4. That will not read.
quickly, so that's why it's best if you use an SSD. Okay, so step 4.
You need the Discord! Exclamation point Discord. Okay.
You install the graphics card. I chose PNY's GTX 1080, which is overclocked.
Oh God. Okay, so this is the old one. Okay, so 1080. I have a 7800 XT. My son has a 2070, and my wife has a 5060 Ti.
And so it's a pretty easy installation. You're just going to find the gold connectors.
Are you gonna clasp it, good sir? They're still wrong.
And you're going to line this bracket
Somebody fix that.
and bracket of your PC case. Now, which
is it gonna
one you
class?
use depends entirely on what other parts you're gonna put in the system. I'm just gonna pick the top one because
Okay, so there's one thing I did learn about PC builds. He says he wants to choose the top one because what did it say? Faster internet? What was it again?
I'm just gonna pick the top one because the SSD is at the bottom and I don't want to cover.
No. You choose the top one because that's going to read first. And you don't want to choose the bottom one because that reads second. So if you have that one going, it's going to skip, which makes it have less time.
I just think it looks nice. Click down.
Oh, God, that sounded
Take
disgusting.
your remaining brackets and just put
It's still not fixed.
them in the spots that you haven't used. You don't have to screw these in. They get bolted down by the back end bracket. And your GPU is installed.
Hold on. He didn't screw down. Am I bald? No, I'm not.
Supply time. I chose Core.
We didn't even look at everything. Hold on. Let me install the RAM real quick. And also here's a little sneak peek. Well, that's my hair. I got hair. Okay, so we're going to do the faster one first. Now, if you have two different sets of speeds, it's going to read the slower one out of all. So I have a 3200 and a 3000. It's going to read a 3000 no matter what. And you hear the clasp. My hair is kind of long. It's at least at the back of my neck. Click, click. Got two more. Now I use the T-Force. That's my favorite brand. It's a really reliable brand for me. I use it in all the builds I've done, and anybody who buys it or it wants a build, I tell them to get this one. Oops. There we go. All in. Okay, everything is up. Everything is good. Okay. Now for the fun part, the CPU. I'm going to be giving our editor a Ryzen 7 5800X. Now this thing has been with me for at least 2 to 3 years, and it's really good. Now what you do is you find a little triangle. The low gold triangle, hard to see here, but there's a low gold triangle and you aim it for the other triangle. One second. My wife spilled her ice cream. Oh, Sky, I remember you. Noble, yep, I do too. It just popped in. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna once again put the CPU in. Move it down a little bit. So you're just gonna slide it in, put it on top, make sure it's slid in, move it around, and you pull this lever down and clasp. There we go, all in. Let's see what he does. Well, he hasn't put the CPU in yet. He did not put he put the graphics card. I gotta go grab the graphics cards right behind me. Hold on a second. Okay, so we got the making sure. Usually it tells you. We got the Gigabyte. Is this a 3060? Oh, there it is. This is I have no clue. Usually it tells you. Is it really not going to tell me? Because usually you'll have it like right here. And I'll say 3060. But I think this is a 3060 because it was in Guppy's PC. Okay. Slide that in. And make sure all the pieces are able to get in. Oh, the guard's still up. My bad. There we go. Bam. Pop that bad boy in. Just make sure it's all aligned. And click. Sorry, clasp. That's in. Then you get the screws that you got from the other place. And you pop them in. Hey, look, it's you guys. There you go. Well, I lost that piece. Hold on. Got a little screw popped out. I got it. I got it. There you go. Now it clasps back in. This the screwdriver I have is not magnetic. There we go. What happens if you eat Play-Doh? Nothing. It's just salt. Okay, GPU's in. Bam. Tiny little bugger, isn't it? That's my hand. Banana for size. Okay, switching back. So we got our ramen in the correct place. Remember, he put his in the, what was it? The 3 and the 4. Hey, George Mommy. How's it going? And go.
There's 850 watt power supply because I need enough headroom for ray tracing.
Okay, so right there he said he has 850 power supply. I have a 750 and I am running double what he is putting into this PC. You do not have to have that high, but always make sure you have enough. Go to PC Picker, put in all your parts, and they'll tell you how much wattage you actually need, which is pretty good.
GPUs when they come out, and I don't want to have to upgrade it again. So
Oh, that's true too. Upgrading is always the annoying part, but a lot of things have to be upgraded. I upgraded. I did upgrade. I went from AMD, which I'm using right here in this build, and switched to Intel. And I didn't really want to, but it was such a good jump. How do I know what Play-Doh tastes like? I was a kid back in 1842. Gotta make sure all these working. Is this why? Let me turn that up. Oh, maybe that's why. Oh, I wasn't picking my mouse up. We're gonna do Tokyo. Hold on. Okay. Continuing.
all you have to do is take the brick.
Oh yeah, he wants me to put in my hard drive, my power supply. Give me a second. I gotta unscrew the other power supply. Well, never mind. I forgot he already got a power supply. So I technically don't have to put the power supply in. Which will make it a lot lighter. Let's read chat real quick. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, Obsession, yes. Good movie. Good movie.
And make sure that you align it with these little insulating pads so that the power supply doesn't short circuit and come into contact with the rest of the system.
Okay. What he just said there. No. The power supply is literally encased in something that's not going to allow electricity to just randomly start shocking. If you can shock some, if the box will shock you, something's made wrong. That is not how it works. There is no insulating rubbers in mine, nor any other ones I've ever built. I don't know what he's saying.
So just take it in, slide it in nice and easy until you have a snug fit, and then
No.
shift it to the
Okay.
back and make sure it's right up against the frame. Now,
Hold up. Wait. Oh my God. I wish I could show you. Hold on. Okay. So what this guy just did is this. So here's the PC. The way that the motherboard, scoot that up a little bit. The way that the PC is, the airflow is going to go downwards. So, power supply, big old fan that blows out all the hot air. He, instead of building it as you're supposed to, with it going downwards, he put it facing towards his case. So all this hot air is going to go right back into your components and short circuit everything. This is a 600 power supply. I need to see what he has in case I don't need to install it. Okay. Now, because right here, this is the components of his case right here. All right here, components of his case. Here is the top of his fan. This is the bottom of the fan. So I guess it's gonna blow. It's gonna like blow out air here, and then just shoot everything right back out here.
now you just take the required screws and you tighten and
Oh God, yeah, that's exactly what he did.
screw in. So next step, we're going to install the CPU core. In this case, it's going to go on the top end of the case, and we're just going to have the hose hang out for a little while until we install the processor.
So I do not use all-in-one. I use hold on, let me grab it. Spartacus. So I don't use all-in-ones. I use these Cool Masters. I have every single one of my PCs, including the ones I just built, upgraded and everything, have one of these. Now, mine and Tiny's, our gaming PCs, have dual parts. They got bent a little bit, but that'll be fine. So we have one here, and then we have another one next to it, and we have two fans connected. This will have a fan here and a fan here. Looks like it's a little bent, but I think it'll be fine still. Still do what it needs to do, and if anything, I have an extra one somewhere else. But yeah, so they just sit right on top. And they actually stay cold pretty well. There's no... So my wife had a all-in-one before on her first full PC build. And we didn't know that you had to recycle the water. So, yeah. It kind of died because there was no liquid in it. But it worked for like 4 years.
Which is going to come a little later. Always be sure to try to place it in the system first before you install it, because you can...
Okay. So, there's supposed to be fans here. And that whole thing right there is just a mesh shell. You hook up fans into this, which then those fans will blow here, making that cold, making the fluid cold, which makes this cold. That's how it's supposed to work.
You can see it takes up a lot of space. But in this case, no pun intended, it fits in perfectly, and we're gonna start.
Where was the pun?
It in, and so there's nothing special about this screwing in process.
Okay. God, why a Phillips head? Okay, so you see how long this screw is? That's because it's supposed to fit through this part and the fan.
Really long screws because they go through the entire frame of the cooler, and they take forever. So
it's because you have a Phillips head.
Every power supply is going to come with a big bag of Velcro cables.
Not true. Not every power supply does. Now, it depends if you have a module, a full module, or a non-module. The one that I have is a non-module, which means all the cables are already connected. Every single cable that you need is right here. A module, half module, will have certain parts already connected, and then I'll have parts you can connect. A full module, which I now use only, will have no cables connected, and all the pieces you can put in whichever one you need. So, like in my gaming PC, all I need is the main part, a secondary SATA, and then the graphics card, and then the CPU. So I only have 4 slots, so I have a lot less cables. What are we in California? Brah. Okay, so that's the difference. Not all of them will come with that. It's a lie. Tis a lie. Continue.
It's kind of daunting at first, so you always have to find the ones that are going to fit. In this case, you need to match those cables with the correct descriptions on the power supply. Next step is we're connecting the power supply to the motherboard with a 24-pin cable. We're just matching that cable from the motherboard.
Yes, 24-pin cable. That is hard to get in, off, and annoying.
To the power supply so that we can have one of the connections complete. The next few additions will be for the GPU, for any specific ports that the case has,
CPU,
lighting that the case has, the
CPU
cooler,
there we go.
Anything else really. We're installing the CPU. The heart.
God, I couldn't even read that, my guy. Is that Intel? It looks like Intel.
Installing the CPU. The heart of
what
the
is it?
computer or the brain, depending on how you look at it. So to do this, we're just going to remove the plastic covering that they put on the motherboard. We're just going to take this little plastic part out. Just toss that out.
Okay. Let me show you a little present I have. So you can see this. The case, it does not have, wrong way, does not have the part that he's talking about because I just plopped mine on. Let me show you what he's talking about because I have the piece. Getting my headphones back in. Right here. This piece was for the motherboard that we installed on Tiny's computer. This is technically a guard, and what you do is you put this is sitting on top when you lift it up, and when you put your CPU in, when you bring it down, it literally just pops off. That's all it does. So what he did was skipped an area, but it also wants to make sure that nothing's going to go wrong, and he clipped it in right. He just tossed it.
And now we have an exposed CPU holder, or rather slot, on the motherboard. And we're going to use the CPU applicator. This is a special little part that not everyone may get.
Okay. When I apply the CPU thermal paste, I just put a pea size on it, and it works fine. I have never used that.
But this motherboard that we got from ASUS definitely does have. It's called a CPU installation tool. It makes it really useful if you want to install
an installation tool. That part he was holding was the guard. You plop it in. That's what you do. You just hold it, plop it in, and you make sure that it goes in right.
Core i7 hexa-core CPU. Yeah, we've got one, and it's an 8th.
Hold on, what was it again?
We've got one, and it's an 8th generation chip, and it's ready to go. CPU. Yeah, we've got one, and it's an 8th generation chip, and it's ready to go, and it supports overclocking.
Hey, okay, overclocking. You can overclock, sure, if you need that little boost. Do not overclock. I've never overclocked. I think I've overclocked once, and it gave me like 2 more frames. Just don't do it.
Having this little installer does for you is it's basically a brace that you can apply right to the CPU and
okay, so remember the thing he threw? That's it. And no, that is not a CPU. What he's literally doing is when he flips that over, it could just fall out, and then if you mess up a pin, you messed up a pin.
light it up with the triangles that you'll see on the bottom left corners.
Hold on, what was that? What was that? Hold on. No, we're gonna look at your paint job again, my guy. Look at that. Okay, either that's the CPU that has an open area, or is that that's not the thermal paste. That better not be the thermal paste.
Left corners. And this will make it easier for
What is that? That's the paste. Not a cupcake.
us to apply it to the motherboard, and then apply thermal paste, and then apply a CPU cooler on top. And we're just gonna
What do you say? I heard thermal paste.
carefully lean it down into the system and make sure that everything lines up.
See right there. Oh, he just frosted that thing. That thing is gray. Where's the applicator? Where's the thing? You can literally hold the sides and just plop it in.
And we're gonna clasp down on it, and we'll be good to go.
Why was there a light on there?
So we're
Okay, so this is Intel. I believe that's an Intel bracket.
about to apply thermal paste to the CPU. Every CPU cooler actually comes with a bit of thermal paste.
No, not all the time. And the one thing you don't want to do is pop off the plastic that's on here, because if you touch anything with that, it's ruined.
Already neatly applied in a circle around it, but it's usually not enough. It's good, essentially, piece
Don't
of
do it.
practice to have a
Don't do it.
extra and layer it on top of the CPU.
Oh, what is that? Wait. He hasn't put it on there? I swear he put it on there. He did it with the applicator. Hold on. Where is it? Where'd you like double frosted that thing?
CPU cooler installing the CPU
Yeah, it's so pretty.
of the computer or the brain, depending on how you look at it. So to do this, we're just going to remove the
No, we're not going to throw the bracket that you're going to re-put on.
take this little plastic part out, and CPU.
I swear he did it. He used the thermal paste applicator.
This CPU, actual little part from ASUS.
Right there.
Everyone may get
Right there.
this
What are you doing? He wasn't applying thermal paste. What was he doing with that? My phone's in the way.
This is a special little part that not everyone may get, but this motherboard that
What is he doing with that? That is not applying thermal paste.
ASUS DefPractiX 1080, which is over.
I hit a button.
Actually comes with a bit of thermal paste already neatly applied in a circle around it, but it's usually not enough. It's good, essentially PC building practice to have a little bit extra.
No, especially not like that. Right in the middle, just a little pea size, and it spreads out.
Top
What
of
do
the
you?
CPU.
Oh,
The final portion is to add the CPU cooler to the top end of the processor. So you're gonna see that there are
oh God! What did he do?
4 brackets.
What is that? Like that? A little small, but oh my. Okay, so all this is just gonna run off when he smack because it squishes all the thermal paste and like spreads it out. All this is just gonna go leaking on the motherboard.
Brackets, or rather like screws in
Why are those not fixed? Why are these still together? Why are these still fixed?
here with brackets and holders right here. And they're going to keep the cooler raised off the processor, but it's also going to be close enough to actually physically come in contact with it. Like
It's gonna raise it off the cooler, but have it still touch. I want you to move to the right while staying to the left.
basically keep it cool. Take thumb screws like this and just screw them on. So now that our internals are done, we're going to put
Why did you skip that? Hold on.
and just screw them on.
Okay, hold on.
Thumb screw.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what to do, but I'm not going to show you.
like this and just screw them on.
Screw what on? What am I looking at? What are you doing?
So now that our internal
Hold on. I guess it's the power of friendship. I don't know if you got what I said. I got you, or you're talking about K-pop Demon Hunter. But yes, both ways, yes.
internals are done, we're going to put all the panels back on, which is the top glass, side glass.
Hold on. He forgot a huge part. He forgot the one part I hate of PC building. Right here. I'm going to zoom in for you guys. This right here, it looks really bad because I need to focus it. That didn't get it better. There's a way. Hold on. Ah! No, Melly, don't. I didn't say anything like that. No, can I not get it close? Can I not get it? This is a nice. This is a nice camera. Come on, camera. Okay. Anyway, down here, and there are multiple spots. Right down here, this is gonna connect your power, your reset, your audio, your hard drives as well. Like there's a lot of things down here. Also the SATA cables. Now he does have an M.3, which is fine, but you know, trying to build a PC and not talking about a whole bunch of things, still kind of bad.
Glass, front glass, and of
Bam.
course the back panel where all this fun stuff.
Hold on, what did you just do?
All the panels back on, which is the top glass, side glass, front glass, and of course the back panel where all this fun stuff.
All correct. That glass panel's a weird panel though. Like it had the mesh for the fans, but the glass piece is weird.
So we fully built the piece.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice little PC. This would be, my God, that cable management. My Little Pony, yes. So, okay, hey, look, the fans, the fans are there. When did somebody fix that? Did anybody fix the RAM? The RAM is still next to each other. The RAM is still next to each other.
The RAM is still next to each other.
Anyway. God. Okay, so, God. Okay, so this cable down here is going to hit, all you're going to hear is because that cable is going to be hitting that fan hard.
See, everything's put together, and we got to the
Is
full
it?
screen.
Is it put
So
together?
what's next? Well, you need a USB.
You also talked about, you didn't talk about this. This is a certain plug you have to plug in, that if you don't plug it in, you can't use these. No one cares. I don't care about those. I don't care about those.
flash drive with your Windows installation.
Him go. I can hear his voice whenever he talks, and it sounds like this.
On it, and of course a license key.
That's not the same. That is the same PC. No one fixed the RAM.
So I plug that up,
Why do you have it so far away? What is that? Why does he have the PC so far away?
installed Windows in a couple of minutes.
I'm looking at everything now. Why is this mouse over here? Why is your cable underneath your keyboard?
Installed a bunch of drivers, and now we have a fully functioning gaming PC ready to run some games. Right now I've got Arma 3 running at maximum setting, native resolution, which is 1080p
Okay.
HD, and it's
Arma 3, now somebody did say this. Arma 3, you can run at 60 frames a second. All it's rendering is this to make it look good. Everything else is rendering at a different speed because you don't have to see it.
running pretty smoothly. Like I'm averaging 70 and 80 FPS. and
Like this.
it's
This is all it's rendering. Is this cockpit and
it's still
the
doing a pretty
the
good
plane.
job. So right now I'm playing League of Legends. It's one of my favorite games.
Are you sure
I still
playing
play
League of Legends? Hold on. What was that clicking? Let's go back again.
It's one of my favorite games. I'm actually playing against a bot, and I'm distracted.
Okay. Back in the day, I had a really, really crappy laptop. Like, very bad. Like, I spent too much money on it because I thought I was getting something good because I'm an idiot. And I was able to play League of Legends at 50 frames a second. League of Legends you can play on a potato. Testing any PC with League of Legends is like testing a Mustang to go 2 feet. Yeah, it's super fast, but why? Why are you testing a Mustang?
So I'm not actually doing so well. But otherwise,
What is your finger doing?
I'm distracted, so I'm not actually doing so well.
Are you? You're losing to a bot, my guy?
But otherwise, like this is
Okay, so he's running at 120 frames a second. It does say it over here, so it's not lying. But it's League of Legends.
pretty much what you would see me do on a gaming computer. Test stuff out,
I really, I would love it if you died.
have really high frame rates like I am right now.
Oh, he's still alive. Dang it.
20 FPS, and that's only because I've actually locked the game.
What did he just say right there? Let's back that up a little bit.
Locked the game. So because I've actually locked the game.
Why are you going to benchmark something and lock the frames per second? When I was benchmarking Final Fantasy XIV back in the day with my semi-decent PC, I wanted everything to flow through it. Locking something and going, yeah, you can do 120, but can you do more? I don't know. I didn't test it. What's the point?
To that frame rate because I can.
I know there's a...
around 300
pause.
FPS playing.
There is a streamer out there called Mighty Potato, one of my favorite YouTubers and streamers. He works for NVIDIA. He does PC builds called NVIDIA Garage. I want to make sure I get that right. Hold on. Gargamel. Bow. Don't know what happened there, but somehow I got 2. Okay, we'll look at our. Hold on. Right here. Boom, boom. My goodness, I'm on my computer. Hold on. My keyboard's behind the build. Ah, there it is. Hey, look, it's me. Ah, there he is.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan. Welcome back to GeForce.
This is
Now.
Dwight. Can you pause, please? So this is Dwight. He builds PCs. And what was I talking about? Hold on. We were talking about you. Oh, yeah. Testing out PCs.
Today,
This is what he
we're
does.
building
He
our
builds
very first
PCs,
plenty of space for all of
and then he
all
tests
this
them out for
work.
NVIDIA. Look at that. Look at that cable management. Look. Oh, wait. Look. Look. Right there. They're separate. What? Service dog. So, God, those are nice looking too. So yeah, they're separate. They're on 1 and 3. Look at that cable management. Look at that. Hey, this is the same exact. Hold on.
super sleek
Did he? I think he built the guy's PC.
and clean, working inside of this.
Hold on. We're gonna go to that
LED
case.
ramp, which
Where's that
works
case? Because that might be the same. Oh my God, is it?
Chassis, and it has 3 glass.
He built that dude's PC.
And
That's the same PC. Oh my God. So Dwight did it way better. Let's look at Dwight's. Let's look at that again. Hold on. Like, he's playing Fortnite right there.
FPS
Mighty Potato.
through firefights, regardless of how mediocre my skill at the game was. Fortnite also didn't like my FPS counter, but it has a built-in one.
So he has 120 frames right there on Fortnite.
40p on ultra
This is also 7 years ago, about the same time.
high settings. We stayed above 110. These insane firefights between bots. Putting it on, I just don't like all the weight of the glass being on the screws. A couple of games. So
That thing's so tiny, but so nice. So he built. Oh wait, let's look at that. Hold on. Oh,
back there.
oh, look at that, guys. Look, the fan. The fan. The fan. Where's that fan? Where'd you put that fan in there? Where you at? 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 Where you at?
it's important. Step
There's the CPU. Or there's the
PCK.
power supply.
Down, back in bracket and pads. So the power supply doesn't.
Okay, put in that power supply, my guy.
So just take it in.
Slap that thing in.
Slide it in nice and easy.
Oh, look at that.
Until you have a snug.
Let's look at that. Now let's look at Dwight's. Bam. Facing outwards.
With these sleeve cables from Corsair, they're much easier to.
Okay, so yeah, so that's ugh.
I'm averaging to that.
God, this hurts.
Now we also
So anytime I build a PC build, I watch this dude to give me the confidence that I don't need. It's ugh. I know there's like I might do a reaction to his, talking about all the backlash he got, but I don't know. I know he does not care because he got paid for this, but paying someone to do something poorly is not good. Now, every single PC build I've ever done, I've never asked for money for it because I want to make sure that they can play what they want, and I actually enjoy building PCs. It's not something I want to do for a living, but I have fun with it. So, oh God, this hurts. I'm gonna edit this. I'm gonna have to cut this down because I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted for it, and I don't know if I'm gonna put this on my channel or GGN, or I could do like a double. But I'm gonna end stream here because I'm starting to get irritated now. You guys talk about dogs. We're gonna jump back into a game. I think I'm gonna play some Mistfall. No, I gotta do some recording. I'm gonna be playing a horror game for Get Ghoul we do every year. I'll also have to do indie games, so I'm probably gonna play a little bit more tonight. But this was just a quick little recording. Everyone had fun in the chat. Everyone went after each other in chat. But I hope you guys had fun. I don't know if I'm going to do a lot of reaction stuff, but this is like my first one. So I want to... I'm glad you guys came and watched me get irritated slowly throughout the time. I'm going to put... What's it? I got to make sure I get his name right. It's Mighty Potato. Oh, he doesn't have it. Yes, it's Mighty Potato. I'll put Mighty Potato's name in here so you can see this beautiful, beautiful little build plus this channel. He does all this stuff himself. Oh, I want to hear him say what these are. No, please tell me. Hey, tweezers. Why do you got tweezers? Dwight uses tweezers. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next stream. It's probably going to be happening in about an hour to two. I'm going to get something to eat real quick. I will see you guys later. Goodbye. And good night.